Well, some controversy came along with it. I had to answer all these questions about, well, I thought you didn't want politics in comics. And I'm like, no, just not yours. I don't want your politics in comics.
That's the same shit they say to us, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's
exactly.
the truth. I'm being snarky. The truth of the matter is, it's like, no, of course, you can't say there shouldn't be politics in comics. There should, but everybody has to be allowed to do whatever it is that they want to do. Obviously, we have Mike Barron here, who's a comic skater, and we support him vigorously. And his books are all political. They're all from a political point of view. And he gets banned for them. He gets kicked off of platforms, and that's just not right. Now, you can say that your books won't be political. That's fine. Everybody should have the freedom to do whatever they want. Ultimately, it's just about creative freedom, and it doesn't exist right now, okay? If I wanted to do a Donald Trump cover over a DC Comics in 2016, do you think I'd be allowed to do it? And yet, what if I wanted to do a Hillary Clinton cover for DC? Don't you think they would let me do that? It is politically biased over there. It's not right. It's not fair. And that's one of the things that I think we need to push back against.
100%.
One of my first encounters with SJWs on Twitter, and this got me thinking about the other day, I think when Kelsey ran a poll, like if you're here for politics or owning libs. But one of my first books was, not first political books, was, or first encounter with SJWs was doing a Catwoman DC Comics election night special, and they were trying to play both angles, like equal hatred towards Trump, which would have been Penguin, and some other character that was a stand-in for Hillary Clinton, right? And I remember going to Twitter, and I was frustrated with the book because the script was always getting batted around, and I'm just like, I don't think I want to do politics in books anymore. And all of a sudden, I wasn't even ComicsGate, like at the time, I was talking to you, and you were asking me to come over, but because of some of the stuff with my mom, like I just didn't want to deal with that extra stress at that time. I got attacked by SJWs just for saying I don't want politics in comics. Like they came out swinging. I was like, okay. It was some of this.
It's very important to them that their entire point of existence in the comic book sphere is to use comic books to promote their ideology. So when you say to them, I don't think anybody, not my politics, not your politics, no politics should be in comics.
Right.
They don't give a shit about your politics in comics, but the entire point of their being here is to put their ideology into comic books. So they will reject that and reject you. And I don't we're not here to own the libs. I don't care. I don't care what liberals and SJWs think of what we're doing. I want them to go away. I don't want them to feel like I've defeated them, really, even though I will defeat them. I don't want them to feel bad. I don't want them to feel good. I want them to shut up and let people do what they want to do in this industry and in this hobby. People should be able to make whatever it is that they want to make. And if liberals feel owned by that, that's their own mental illness. That's their own birth defect. I don't want to own them. I just want to be able to make comic books. I want to own houses and boats. That's what I want to own, not SJWs.
Well, here's what was funny with the situation. They were attacking me saying, well, you're part of the problem that you're not drawing politics in comics. I'm like, well, did you read my last political comic? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, I did this. And they're like, okay, well, I'll buy more and I'll go back and buy that. And I'm like, you don't even know, like their whole thing is politics was supposed to be in comic books, like shooting into the space.
I love
Wooden Shot. It's the one guy, Wooden Shot. I love him too. But it was really super fucked up in a weird way because just getting attacked for that standpoint. Now, of course, they want, like you said, their politics, period. But nobody buys political comics. Those are some of the lowest selling books DC would ever do. Dan always wanted to do an election comic every election, but nobody ever bought it. Like he'd do a Green Arrow one or something else, those one-off specials, just try to put out an extra book that month. It's weird. I'm not against people. I mean, it's like freedom of speech, right? Especially in independence. Like if you want to do it. But I don't think just not being political is political. Like people, you're a demon if you're not doing politics. You can't be like non-political in books. You're part of the problem to SJW.
Well, Aaron Lopresti is not political in his comics. Billy Tucci is not political in his comics. Andy Smith is not. Irene is not. They're just making comic books. Cyberfrog is political. Okay, just is. Of course it is. You know, there's a theme, there are messages behind it. You could take it any way that you want to take it, but I know the way that I mean it, and I know what I'm saying with the comic book, and that's, you know, I think I should be allowed to do that.
Yes, yes. I mean,
of course, sure.
But those same people aren't applauding you for doing it. They're hating you for doing it the opposite way. No, well, no, but you know, they all hate you. You know this.
What?
They all hate you.
Did you not get the memo? Like these people?
There's
Have you not looked on
billboards.
Twitter? I mean, how thick is your skin?
Oh, dang.
I love you, Ethan. That's all that matters.